Hey guys, this might be the biggest BS that I read thus far. So we all know about the whole Luigi Maggioni situation where he murdered CEO due to the CEO working for the United Health Insurance Company that doesn't do enough for people in terms of healthcare and coverage. For most of us who are not rich, we can sense to a certain extent why Luigi went that far. It's not necessarily just a cold serial killer. But the new BS I know is that now New York has a new crisis hotline just for CEOs. So if you're someone who's super rich, aka CEO, now you have a expedited uh, hotline that you can utilize just for yourself. So in case you think you're in danger, this completely just wrong. Regular people don't have any express hotline when things happen to us. This should be done for children, and all the vulnerable groups that get kidnapped, deal with sexual assaults and all that. And yet, a CEO gets expedited treatment. As per usual, rich people get a lot of better treatments. Even a place like New York, which we know a lot of things happen in New York on a daily basis, and they're doing this for CEOs. Again, this is part of the problem. This is why people like Luigi end up doing what he did because there's no justice in the US. They allow the rich to get away with these things. This one pretty wrong. Why not do this for certain vulnerable groups? Why do for people who don't really need this, who only getting themselves killed because they are responsible for hundreds, if not thousands, of deaths? Really, the CEO has done the job to eliminate any chance of you getting coverage for things that should be easily covered by the insurance. That's what we pay for it. I'm gonna see this video. It's a short video, a few seconds. I think it's 23 seconds. Let me see what else they say.
Let's go now to the latest in the fallout from the murder investigation of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The office of New York Governor Kathy Hochul is convening a safety summit tomorrow between nervous business leaders and law enforcement. CNN has learned the safety concerns among executives are so widespread, New York State may create a special hotline just for CEOs to call in threats.
This is BS for sure. Complete bullshit. Okay. So they may say they might do it. I hope they don't, because this will only contribute to the issue that Luigi and many others feel about the whole healthcare industry and just about how wealthy people get treated much better than people who are not wealthy. It's been going on for a while. That's all I can read in this article. I think this is complete uh, bullshit. Shouldn't happen. This is really exactly what I can completely be angry. Actually, I'm not even angry at all at Luigi. I can sympathize with his actions. I'm more angry at the CEOs getting away with murdering hundreds and thousands of people, and Luigi just getting completely arrested and have a bunch of cops around him, and SWAT teams, and treating him like he's a serial killer. But I never see anyone treating people like Trump, anything like that. Trump has been charged and found guilty of multiple felonies, responsible for a lot of deaths due to COVID when he was not being very responsive about COVID. Told people to take lethal doses of dangerous chemicals to treat COVID, but he gets away with everything. Trump, Elon Musk, all these really richy, wealthy people who own multiple businesses. This is why we end up having situations like Luigi. It's I can't blame them. I blame the wealthy and the government, aka the U.S. federal government, protecting these wealthy people. It's why this keeps happening, and I'm not gonna feel bad when Cecile dying when I know they're responsible for hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, if not millions of deaths every year. I'm not gonna feel bad for any of them. Sorry, but not sorry. As someone who works for the government as a state government employee, I really have no sympathy towards the wealthy. And I do have sympathy towards working class and all the vulnerable groups that really do need help. And people like them are just removing coverage for these people. We have Elon Musk who wants to get rid of the Department of Education that will impact rural areas where you have a lot of poor people. They want to get rid of any type of benefits that you get work from the government in terms of student loan forgiveness. They want to get rid of those things or at least eliminate a lot of it. Even though that's a Republican legislation, some of the things they want to get rid of came from Republican candidates. I don't get why they want to get rid of it, except to enrich the wealthy and make sure that the poor keep staying poor and there's no actual middle class. So it's going to be either just working class people at best, mostly poor people, and then you just have a bunch of upper class people, and then right at the end of the margin, rich people. Again, situations like what Luigi did is going to be more and more common, and yet I'm not going to feel bad for any wealthy people because they don't care about us and they keep killing us anyway, and they never get in trouble. Similar situation why a lot of people are killing priests and other people love authority because they keep molesting, raping children. I'm not gonna feel bad someone killing an abuser who abused multiple children. I'm not gonna feel bad for those people. I feel bad for the victims, and I think a lot of times when people go that far, they probably are victims themselves. In many cases, they are, and I can't feel bad for those uh, priests and nuns and whoever else they end up killing because they are responsible for a lot of children being abused, being sold into sex slave, among other things. This all connects to the wealth that a lot of religious people have. We see the Pope; he's a multi-millionaire, if not billionaire, with tons of supporters. As at least arguably the level of followers in the billions. 2+ billion people follow him. That's basically a huge army. This guy can take over entire countries if he wanted to. And now we have CEOs like Elon Musk doing the same thing in a way, creating a made up department, which is not a government department, it's completely made up, to keep getting more power. And it's just not fair. These things are going to keep happening. I'm sure they're nervous, but at the same time, you can only blame yourselves. All right, guys, that's really it. Have a good day.